Hey YouTubers, it's Karen. Thank you so much again for joining me on my channel. It's been a crazy week. And it's of course week 3 post-op. I had my vertical sleeve gastrectomy surgery on November 3rd. And I had that at Brigham and Women's Hospital in Boston, Massachusetts with Dr. Malcolm Robinson. I am really happy about this week because Thanksgiving is over, and I know many of you had challenges at Thanksgiving. I, however, did something a little different. I want to share with you what my strategy was being 3 weeks post-op for Thanksgiving. But first, let's get to stats. So I am 38 years old, 5'5", a little taller than 5'5", but we're gonna go with 5'5". And my highest weight was 300 pounds. And I started, my surgical weight was 261 pounds, and I am now 237.7 pounds, which means I have lost 2 pounds since last week. So not quite a stall. I was somewhat disappointed that it wasn't a bigger loss, but I know to trust the system, trust my tool, my sleeve, and just let my body heal because I'm still in the healing process. But I kind of wanted to see a bigger number. I mean, come on, it would have been awesome. So challenges this week for me were obviously the holiday, and before I even thought about what I was going to do for Thanksgiving, I wanted to figure out what I could eat, and I have switched to soft and pureed foods stage 3B, which for those of you who don't know, in the Brigham program, and I'll link this down in the description box, we have a specific staged program for eating. There's stage 1, stage 2, 3A and 3B, which are great. And then there's also stage 4, which is really the maintenance and lifelong plan. So I have about 3 more weeks of where I am right now, and I can eat things like cottage cheese, tofu, really soft foods, but I can also have things like veggie burgers, and I am vegetarian, so this is awesome because I can now have Morningstar Farms, which I really like. So I started doing that, and that was a big challenge for me, just getting used to eating real food again. But the big thing was Thanksgiving. Let's get right to it. So what did I do? I didn't go to anything. I stayed home. And I know that sounds nuts, but I didn't want to be surrounded by like a huge amount of food that I couldn't eat and be depressed, because I really like eating and I just couldn't have anything. So what I did instead was stay home with my dogs. I have 4 dogs. They're super cute. I sent my husband to his parents, and my parents went to my sister's in-law, her in-laws. So everyone was taken care of, and then my husband brought me home some mashed potatoes that I could actually eat. They didn't really have any value in terms of protein and whatever, but I got a little taste. So that was okay. It was a little sad, but I'm glad I didn't go and force myself to be part of something that really wasn't where my head was at. So next year will be definitely interesting, and Christmas will certainly be a challenge. So we'll talk more about that when I get there. The other challenge I have is that I don't know when I'm full, and I've been eating and eating wonderful food. Mostly I have cottage cheese, and I've really discovered these cute little Ziploc containers that are marked on the side. I don't know if you can see it there, probably not, but they're little marks that show a 1/4 cup and a 1/2 cup. So I can have my cottage cheese, which I still measure out, and I have 1/3 of a cup, but I make myself stop at 1/3. I could probably eat more than that. And what's confusing to me is I see on all these boards and Facebook and places on Instagram where people are saying, oh my God, you're eating too much. You know, you're having more than 2 ounces. Well, you shouldn't be eating that much. Or I couldn't eat that at 6 months out. And I started to freak out a little bit. So words of wisdom from some of the long-termer VSGers from the Brigham program let me know that don't compare yourself to anybody, because your journey is going to be very different than other people. And I'm happy I listened to that, because I really can pretty much eat 2 to 3 ounces right now. And 3 ounces is probably a little bit much, but I can eat an entire Boca burger or a Morningstar burger and be a little over full. So that's been interesting. But I've got to figure out my signals, and I'm also trying to just stick to my dietary guidelines and not worry so much about how much the calories are. Although I would say my intake right now is between 450 and 600 calories. I'm having between 60 and 70 grams of protein, and I'm still hitting my minimum goal fluid for 48 ounces, but I'm having trouble getting over that right now. I think that's just because of all the timing. I mean, one of the biggest issues for me is just figuring out when can I eat, how do I time that with my water, and how do I time that with my vitamins. So I'm back at work, so that means that I will be able to count things, and I have a little bit more of a schedule and structure to my day. So that helps. And I also have timers. Also, a really great thing I'm invested in is I got the premium Lose It app for tracking my food and water. And I got the premium because you can track your water and your steps, and it syncs with my Fitbit. This is my Charge HR, which I super love. This is the HR2. And I like that I can change my band now and change it to different colors. But I do like the teal one. It is pretty fierce. Those are just some things I've learned from week 3 again. I wish I was in a little bit different place. My total loss is around 23.4 pounds, give or take. I didn't do the math before this. I probably should have done math before this, but I don't feel like doing math today. It's Monday. So anyway, I hope you're all having a wonderful week. And if you're a VSGer out there, if you have any questions for me, please put them in the comments. I hope to do a Q&A video post-op 1 month, which is next week. Woo! Also, I have to fly in a few weeks, so we'll be talking about that experience and traveling. So please ask some questions, and I hope you have a wonderful week. And remember, you are you, your journey's your own, so let it be yours, and don't let anybody tell you that you're doing stuff wrong except your surgeon, because that's the authority. All right, take care and have a wonderful time getting back to work, and don't stress. Okay, bye.